Hi friends, it's Teacher Christy. I have this book with me by Bill Nye, the Science Guy, and it's called Great Big Dinosaur Dig. There's lots of different experiments in here, and today I'm going to be reading some facts and have an experiment at the end. So here goes nothing. This is about making tracks, and the dinosaur that it features is a Seismosaurus, which is one of the longest land animals that have ever existed at 40 to 50 meters, which is also known as 130 to 170 feet long. Okay, not all dinosaur fossils are bones. Scientists have found dinosaur tracks and traces of dinosaurs' digestive system and respiratory tracts, such as breathing tubes and lungs. Dinosaur tracks help us answer a whole new set of questions. For example, how much did she weigh? Did he walk on 2 feet or 4? Did she drag her tail when she ran? We look at the depth of the prints and the spacing between the prints. We can also look closely at how deeply the toes or the heels dug in to understand if the dinosaur was hurrying or strolling through some ancient muddy spots. We find dinosaur tracks all around the world. They were formed when animals walked through the mud, maybe near a swamp or bog. Then the whole area had to dry out before the prints were wiped away by weather like rain. And the dried out rocky area has to be more where humans can stumble upon them millions of years ago. Let me reread that last line. And the dried out rocky area has to be where humans can stumble upon them millions of years ago. Think about walking through a muddy spot near where you live. How long do you think it would be before someone or something else came through and destroyed that impression you had left? Probably not that long. Unlikely as it may seem, there are many places in the world where we found dinosaur, quote-unquote, trackways. Places where ancient dinosaurs left footprints. Trackways are usually in deserts and places that are now very, very dry, but were once a part of completely different ecosystems. A fun fact is about dinosaur skin is, once in a while, when digging for bones, scientists came across an impression, a pattern set in a rock of what must have been dinosaur skin. It often looks like the skin of a bird's foot, or like the skin of a crocodile or snake. Can you imagine that? So check it out. We can go see tracks of a giant herbivore in Texas. Right along the side of them, there are the tracks of a smaller carnivore. Maybe the meat seeker was hunting the big plant chewer. We can't tell exactly what happened, but like each fossil we find, every trackway tells a story. Let's go back to that word, herbivore. That means an animal that eats plants, whereas a carnivore eats meat, loves meat. Okay, so try this. Here's the question. What do we learn from dinosaur trackways? Do you remember? Here's what you'll need. A long roll of paper, about 5 meters or 15 feet, maybe some paint of any color, and an old baking pan or a dish. Now, if you don't have a roll of paper, it's okay. You can tape pieces of paper together, whatever you have at home. Roll the paper out on the sidewalk, or if your parents want you to do it on the lawn, do it that way. Pour some paint in the dish or an old baking pan. Take off your shoes and your socks. Step in the dish, then walk on the paper. First, try running, then walk. You can also crab walk, and with your stomach up and your hands behind you, see how flat-footed you can get. Then study it later. You'll want to hang this painting up. After it's dried, you'll want to look for patterns of your trackways. You can tell how you or your friends, your humasauruses, were getting around and how quickly. That's what scientists do with trackways. It's just a fun little project, so don't worry. There's no right or wrong answer or way to do this. Have fun at it, and I'll be back again, and we can learn more about dinosaurs. Love you all. Have a great day. See you soon.